Hey, disciplers, just continuing this look over the summer at some of these kind of core or keystone habits that we see are really critical towards a discipler's life. And looking particularly over the last couple of weeks at the value that we have for kingdom relationships, community that's really set by Jesus's relationship with the Father and the Holy Spirit and the Trinity as a whole. And what does that look like? But one of the things that we see in this is sometimes what is called weak ties. And weak ties is something maybe in contrast to strong ties, where it's like your small group, people you're doing life with. Weak ties are the people that you know, but you don't do life with. Like you would say hi to them if you saw them at the grocery store, but you're not going to the grocery store with them. And so those people are really weak ties, but they're actually really important. A professor or an author named Duhigg wrote a book some years ago called The Power of Habit. Really insightful book. But in it, he looks at group habits and particularly movements throughout history and found that these weak ties are really critical because it's in those groups, it's in that setting that you really begin to like understand what does it look like to be part. If I was going to be part of this group, what are they really about? And so where, hey, somebody that's ministering to you, pursuing you in your space, you just say, oh, they're so great at pursuing me and spending time with me. I love that. I love them for that. But you don't have the same impact as when you bring that same person into another setting and they start to see all these other people worshiping God, loving God, serving him, have minds in love with God, all of those kinds of things. And they say, wow, this is what it means. If I'm going to be part of this community, then I need to get serious about my walk with Jesus. And so those weak ties are really powerful, really important. Because as we said a couple of weeks ago, one-on-ones, great at feeding hunger, not so great at creating hunger. Certainly we don't make Jesus valuable. We don't add to his value, but we do reveal his value by the value we have within the community and how we express that to that group. It's the community that creates that desire for more of Jesus. And so in our community this week, and in your community this next semester or this next year, are you one? Is your community modeling things that actually create desire in the lives of the people that you bring around? And two, are you bringing people into that space, knowing that you are not enough? You need to bring them into community, not for the systematic structure of like, hey, yeah, good job, you brought them to this or that, but for the sake of saying they need to experience the community. They need to see the value of Christ lived out in front of them if they're going to grow a desire for Christ in a greater way.